Hello student, how are you all? Hopefully you are fine and today we are going to start our lecture. So in this lecture we will conclude our lesson and also we will learn about new topics, but we are doing first revision first. For revision I want to tell you something about the previous lessons that we have learned about the metric system. As you know, learned about the metric system. Do you know what is the metric system? Metric system is an international system adopted by a whole world to use a one unit for one quantity. That was we have discussed about the metric system. But there were other topics also, and in this topic there was a topic about the history, as we have learned about the barter system. When there was a no currency, we have learned that people used to exchange their things. Suppose this man wants to buy this hen and this man wants to buy these apples, so they will exchange their things. That's we have learned about the barter system. Barter was the old method of exchange when there was a no currency and there were no coins. After this, coins were introduced. People used to exchange the coins, but there was a one problem. What was that problem? It was very difficult to carry the coins around. So people used to exchange the coins, but it was very difficult to carry large amount of the coins. Then China introduced the paper currency. Few hundred years ago, China introduced the paper currency, and then it was easy for the people to carry the amount of the currency. Then people used to start the trading with each other, but in that trading there was some problem. What was that problem? That was the problem of diversity of the units. If one quantity was measured in some unit, in other country uses the other system of unit for that quantity. Suppose India was using the or Pakistan was using, at that time there was no Pakistan, there was a subcontinent previously. So if subcontinent uses the one system of unit, suppose they uses the foot they uses the foot as a unit of the length, and other country was using the inches for measuring the length. So there was a problem, there was diversity of units. So it created the problem for the business. People used to do business, but there was a problem that one quantity was measured in one unit, other uh, same quantity in other country uses a different unit. So there was a problem and there was diversity of the units. Then after, scientists did a meeting with each other in the Paris, and they introduced the metric system. What was the what was the metric? What was what was the metric system? Metric system. The metric system is an international system or system international, and it was introduced in Paris in 1960. That was followed by a whole world. In this system of international, there were 7 units. These 7 units, they have considered their base units, and there were 7 quantities they have said as the basic quantities. In 7 quantities, I have given you example of the 3 quantities, that was mass, length, and time. And the unit of the mass was kilogram. They said unit of the length was meter. They said unit of the time was second. They said 7 base unit, and they decided to set 7 base units of these 7 quantities. Here you can see that the unit of the mass is kilogram. They said the unit of the mass kilogram. They said unit of the length meter. They said unit of the time was second. This thing I already have told you, but here we are doing quick revision. Okay. They have said the 3 units for these 3 quantities. So what was the benefit after this system? We have got single unit. Single unit was followed by whole world. Suppose we are measuring the length in meters here. Same, the other countries are using the length in meters. So this was the one of the greatest advantage of this system, that the one unit was for one quantity used by all countries. Another system of this system international was that another benefit of this system international was it was easy to convert within a one system. Means if we want to convert our quantity or our value of the measuring thing in bigger unit. So it was very easy. Just we have to multiply with tens, hundreds or thousands that we have discussed in the prefix. Here you can see that we have to just add a prefix with our meter, and then we have to just multiply these value, or we have to divide these value to just to get or convert from smaller quantity to a bigger quantity, or from bigger quantity to a smaller quantity. What prefixes I have told you? I have told you that decameter, hectometer, kilometer, megameter, gigameter, terameter, petameter, hexameter, zettameter, yottameter. These are the bigger units of the meter. Meter is the base unit. For suppose we have a length in meters, but that meter is a short quantity. We use the meter as a base quantity, but meter is a very short. Suppose we have to measure the so much big length. For that purpose, we have to use these units. Suppose we have to measure the length in kilometers. So we will multiply this prefix factor 10 power 3, means 10 power 3 is simply 1000. So we will multiply our length with 1000 to get our answer for kilometer. And we will say that we have measured our length in kilometer, and we can use symbol as km for kilometer. So these were the prefixes in the for bigger quantities, and these are the prefixes for smaller quantities. Suppose we have to measure the smaller quantity like even smaller than a meter. So we will use decimeter, we will use centimeter, we will use millimeter, and we will use micrometer, we will use nanometer, we will use picometer, we will use femtometer, we can use attometer, we can use zeptometer, we can use yectometer. As we have already learned about that, many of these quantity will not be used or no longer use. We are using only we are using or we are concerning with the kilometer, centimeter, millimeter, and meter. But for other purposes like engineers uses these quantities, micrometer, nanometer, scientists use these thing, but normally as a student we do not use these quantities. We only just concerned with the kilometer, millimeter, centimeter and meter. And this assignment I have given you in the first lesson. In the second lesson we have discussed that the length, about length, and length, what is the length? Length is a quantity, and for that quantity we use the unit meter, means we measure the quantity length in meters. So there are bigger and smaller units like centimeter, millimeter, kilometer. Centimeter is smaller than meter, millimeter also smaller than meter, kilometer is bigger than a meter. That we have already learned in previous classes. For length, for height of these two boys, we can measure their length, their height in meters. Don't confuse with the height or length. Both are same thing. We measure both quantities in meters. Height is a different name of the length. Another example of the length is the length of the guitar. We measure this length of the guitar in meters. We also when you go to a bazaar or shopping, for shopping you have seen that the shop owner measure the cloth in meters. They measure the cloth in meters. For cloth we also use meters. Another example, for road distance, basically length is also a distance. For measuring distance we use the unit meter, so distance is also a length, and for measuring that length we also use meter. And as I have given you example, here is a signboard and here is written as a different place names, and these places are 240 kilometers away from this place, 57 kilometer away from this place, and Sambalpur is 8 kilometer away from this place. For measuring road distances we also use unit meters. And we have also discussed that there are 2D and 3D shapes. 2D shapes have a length and width. Width, other name is also breadth. And 3D shapes have three quantities. The 3D shapes like cuboid have length, breadth or width, or third quantity in cuboid is height. These all three are length. These all three are length, but their name is different. because length is also a distance, width is also a distance, height is also a distance. Width, as their name is a breadth. Some people say did not say width. They they use to say the width as a breadth. So these all are length, and or these all are distances, and for distance measurement we use the unit meter. So we are using, or we used to measure the length, width and height in meters. So don't be confused with the length, width and height. All these quantities are same. For measurement of all these quantities, we use the unit meter. Why their name is different? Because length is the horizontal dimension of the object. Like here cuboid, you can see that the horizontal dimension that you can see in your screen, that red line, that is the horizontal dimension. And for measuring this horizontal dimension, we use the unit meter, but we say the name of this horizontal line is length. And here you can see yellow line on a screen in cuboid, that is also a horizontal line, but it is on a y-axis. It is the perpendicular distance of with length. So we will say the name of this dimension is width. To differentiate it from length, we say the name of this quantity is width. And the vertical line, that is green line, it is a height. To differentiate it from other two quantities, we say the name of this green line is height. For measuring all three quantities, we use the unit meter. And here we have discussed all these prefixes in detail, that we have discussed that peta equal to this factor. If you want to convert your meter or kilometer or even centimeter or millimeter, you have to just multiply with its equivalent factor. And we have already learned about these factors. For suppose, if you want to convert your meter into kilometer, you will just, if you want to convert kilometer into meter, you will just multiply meter. If you want to just convert your kilometer into a meter, you will just multiply your value with the 1000 to convert into a meters. So you have to memorize these factors. But as I already earlier said you that we are not concerned with all these prefixes. We only used to convert kilo, meter, centimeter and millimeter. Here you can see the length of the table, that is 274 centimeter, the width of the table 152.5 centimeter, and the height of the table 76 centimeter. After this, we have discussed that when we have to convert from the bigger unit to a smaller unit, from bigger unit we want to convert our bigger value into a smaller unit, like we want to convert our kilometer value into a meter value, then we have to do multiplication. The upside line you can see here on the screen, that is multiplication sign, that is a multiply 1000. And if we want to convert your meter into a centimeter, again we will do multiplication. And if you want to convert your centimeter into millimeter, you will again do multiplication. But here different factor you will multiply. When you will convert centimeter into millimeter, you will multiply 10. When you will convert meter into a centimeter, you will multiply 100. Or when you multiply kilometer into a meter, you will just multiply 1000. On the other hand, when you will convert from the smaller quantity into a bigger unit quantity, you will just divide by a 10. And when you will convert the centimeter into a meter, you will just divide by 100. And when you will convert meter into a kilometer, you will just divide by 1000. You have to just see, when going from a higher quantity to a lower quantity, we are multiplying. And when we are going from smaller quantity to higher quantity, we are just dividing. This difference you have to make. On the other hand, factor are same. Going from kilometer to meter, the factor is 1000. Going from meter to kilometer, the factor is same, that is again 1000. Just you have to memorize, when going from the bigger unit to a smaller unit, we will multiply. And when going from the smaller unit to a bigger unit, we will divide. This key factor you have to memorize by yourself. Secondly, we have discussed that In 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeter. In 1 decimeter there are 10 centimeter. In 1 meter there are 10 decimeter. In 1 meter there are 100 centimeters. In 1 meter there are 1000 millimeters. And in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter. That is again a most important questions that you have to memorize by yourself. And then I have given you assignment 2A and 2B. Hopefully you have done this assignment, and now today we are going to start our today's lecture, that is about the length measurement. Okay, how will we measure the length? In centimeter or in millimeter? You have seen this instrument, and the name of this instrument is ruler. We say this instrument as ruler. Some people also say this is a scale, but normally the actual name of this object is scale, or this is also known as ruler. The official name of this object is a ruler, and this helps us to measure the object length. For smaller object length we use this scale or this ruler, and here you can see there are different lines. The bigger line here 0 is written, it is a centimeter line, and here the written 1, and there is a line also with 1, and that line is of centimeter, and here the 2, and here is 2 with 2 there is a line, and that line of the centimeter. But there are smaller lines also. Here you can see there are also smaller lines between 1 and 2. There are smaller lines. These lines are of the millimeters. So here the short description we are learning. What is the description written here? Between each centimeter mark, there should be 10 smaller marks called millimeters. Here you can see between 0 and 1 there are 10 smaller lines. These smaller lines are of the millimeters. And second important point, that make sure you read the ruler from the left to right. We have to do reading from left to right, not from the right to left. We have to do reading from the left to right. If you are measuring an object, align it with the left side of the 0 mark on the ruler. The left side of the line where the object ends will be it measuring in centimeter. When you do a measurement, you have to align your measured object with the ruler. See here, it should not be on 1, it should be on zeros. Sometimes student make a mistake, they put this on 1, but you have to put this on 0. See here in this image you can see that the pencil is on the 0 mark and it ends at 9.1. If you will see clearly, it is on the 9.1. So the length of this pencil is 9.1 centimeter. The length of this the length of this object is 9.1 centimeter. The length of this object is 9.1 centimeter. So this is the first instrument that we have learned about today, that is ruler. The second measuring length instrument is, or length measuring object is measuring tape. Normally you have seen this tape, and there are two sides of this object. The one side used to measure us or helps us to measure the length in inches. Other side helps us to measure the length in centimeters. This can also be used to measure the length. Okay, what are the non-standard units of the length? Suppose there is a bar and we want to measure the length of this bar. So we can measure this length with our hands. The bar is 6 hand span long. See, there are 6 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This bar is 6 hand span long. Or we can say that this bar is 6 paper clips long. Here you can see a pencil, and this pencil is 6 paper pencils long. or we can say that the pencil is 15 blocks long. But these are non-standard units because sometimes it might easy to visualize or comprehend, but sometimes it is non-uniform, inconsistent, and can lead us to confusion because these are non-standard units. Might be these are helpful for us, but these are not considered as a standard unit, and these can be considered by us, but they might not be considered by other person or other region. So these are non-standard units, and we will not use these standards because these are not a standard, but these are non-standard units, and these might produce some difficulty when dealing with these type of thing, like measuring the things in handspan. So this can might be produce difficulty, and we will not use these things as a measuring instrument. With standardized systems such as the metric system, we can measure the long thing as well as really small thing effectively. And with the same system, there are units that are appropriate for most things we will need to try and measure throughout our lives. Standardized units are very helpful. We can use throughout our lives because these are very accurate. These are very uniform. These are very effective as compared to the non-standardized unit system. So we can use throughout our lives to measure the objects. Or also we can, with the help of these units, not only we can measure the smaller things, but we can measure the long things also. We can use to measure the long distances also with the help of these units, these standardized units. As we have done, what are the standardized unit of the length? These are meters, kilometer, centimeter, millimeter. In 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter. As we have already learned, in 1 kilometer there are 100,000 centimeters. In 1 kilometer there are 1 million millimeters. Or in 1 meter there are 100 centimeter, there are 1000 millimeter, or 1 meter equal to 1000th kilometer. 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter, or 1 centimeter equal to 100th meters, or 1 centimeter equal to 100,000th kilometer. Okay, beside these standard units and non-standard units, there are imperial units also. The word imperial means, in Urdu we can say that the Shahi units. What are these imperial units? Previously, in olden times, when there was emperors, there were kings. They used to make their systems, and they have made some system of the units by themselves, and so these systems are so much popular from the olden times. Sometime in some region of the country, today's world also, some region or some areas uses these also use these imperial units, but these are only region dependent, means these cannot be used by whole world like metric system or like system international. So what are these imperial units and that we are going to study today? These are miles, feet, yard, and inches. The inches you have learned about this inches as you have seen in ruler or in measuring tape. On the other side, you can measure the distance in inches. Inches is also a popular unit of the length, but there are also other units of the length, and these all are known as imperial units. What are these units? Miles, feet, yard, and inches are old unit of length. These are known as imperial unit of length, but are not now commonly used in mathematics. Okay, let us discuss about the foot or feet. Basically, the foot word is singular and the plural word is feet. It is a unit of the length in the British Imperial and United States customary system of measurement. It was a unit for a British and United States only. Since the International Yard and Pound Agreement of the 1959, United States and British, they made an agreement in 1959. According to this agreement, they have defined that the 1 foot value will be equal to 0.3048 meters, or we can say that the 1 foot is equal to 0.3048 meters. 1 foot comprises 12 inches, or we can say also in 1 foot there are 12 inches, or 1 yard equal to 3 feet. After this, there is miles. The miles is also the same unit of the British Imperial and US customary unit. The mile is the old unit, and 1 mile equal to 5280 feet or 1760 yards. Or in meters, miles equal to 1609.344 meters, according to the international agreement in 1959. After this, inches. Inches is the most popular unit. Mostly you already been familiar with this. The inch is a unit of the length in the British Imperial and United States customary system of the measurement, and 1 inch is equal to 1 upon 36 yards or 1 upon 12 of a foot. The word inch is also sometimes used to translate similar units in other measuring systems and usually understood as a deriving from the width of the human thumb. 1 inch is normally equal to our human thumb. Sometimes there might be a variations in this, but mostly we can say that the 1 inch is equal to the width of the human thumb. In millimeter, 1 inch is equal to 25.4 millimeter. After this, the last topic that we are going to deal with, that is a yard. The yard is an English unit of the length in both British Imperial and US customary system of the units that comprises 3 feet or 36 inch. It means 1 yard equal to 3 feet or 1 yard equal to 36 inches. So these were these 4 yard, inches, miles, foot. These were the imperial units, and we also use these units. These are standard units also, but now these are not as standard, because today the standard that we are using, that is a metric system, that is a system international. So people are also using this because sometimes these are also beneficial. We can use this system also. We can use to foot as a measuring unit for the length. We can use miles as a measuring unit. We can also use inches as a measuring unit of the length, and we can also use yard as a measuring unit of the length. But these are only region dependent. We cannot do any trade, or we cannot do any business with these units, because now these are no longer being used. And in the last, I will say that the metric system, or that is also known as the system international, is the most beneficial system. We now the whole world is using this system, so we have to be good at this system and its conversion and its knowledge, all background we knowledge we must have to deal with this type of the system. After this, we have assignment 3A page I have given to you. Do this page 3B, 3C, 3D, and 3E. And thanks. With this, our lecture is now completed, and good luck. Allah Hafiz and take care.